Hey y'all, hello. Y'all, I'll put my camera on and then I'll start talking and I'll realize the button ain't pushed. So that's what just happened. But I just took my hair out this bun because I just came out the kitchen again. And yeah, I've been trying to do this video now for the last like 2 hours. If you see, it looks like, I don't know if this is oil already or dew, because I have already put primer on my face. And I've been trying to do this video forever, y'all, but it's all good. No problem. No problem. No problem. It's Friday. Listen, the day is just going on. It's just going on, y'all. I don't even know. So I've been getting a late start the last couple days. Like, yes, last night people were up, y'all. People were up. They were up, and it was the day of receipts yesterday, y'all. But besides all of that, yes, I did my rice water yesterday. Milk, rice milk, whatever you want to call it, because they're saying because it has like the white look, you can call it rice milk. So it is what it is. But anyway, so what you do is you have a cup of rice. You can use any rice you want: brown rice, white rice, jasmine rice. Okay, so you have 1 part rice, 2 parts water. Put it on a real quick boil, just real quick. You ain't trying to cook the rice. You're just trying to get the water, get the stuff out of the rice. So you just boil it real quick, and as soon as it hits those bubbles at the top, like you see like the white bubbles, you turn it off, you pour it into your jars, you cover them, and you leave them sitting out for a minimum of 12 hours. But you can, I say 2 days. So I've heard somebody say 4 days. That's a little bit much to me. I have also seen some people put like a couple drops of peppermint oil so you can get like the tingly feeling. Some other people said you put some orange peels in it because of the smell, because it does ferment. And so the fermentation process, it starts to, it'll starting to mold, it's starting to grow things. So that does incur a smell, or odor. And so some people even say put some orange peels in it. So if you do, I'm going to try the peppermint oil next time. Just a couple drops, because I love that tingly feeling on my scalp. So, or maybe some tea tree oil, which doesn't have the greatest smell, but you do get benefits from that. So it's whatever you like. Or you can just try the strict rice water just to see, just to, when you get into the routine and see how you like it. And then you can start adding things. But anyway, so I'm going to do this for a month. So May 18th, we will see, if any progress has been made. And I'll be watching it. I'm going to do it once a week. So how you cook the rice. So I told you how to make it. You leave it sit out, and I'm going to say 2 days. I'm going to do the 2 days every time. And then I would even say, because the minimum is 12 hours. So like say if you do the rice the night before you want to do the treatment, you can do it that way as well. So after it has set out for the few days, then or the 2 days, so you wash your hair, just shampoo, rinse, condition, rinse. And then you spray, or you can just take the jar, I guess, and shake it up. And then pour it, make sure you get it good in your scalp. Make sure you're massaging your scalp as you're putting it in. And you're just spraying it all the way down to the ends. Okay, you're detangling your hair, because you just washed it and conditioned it. And you're just getting it in there good. You want to leave it in a minimum of 30 minutes. Don't leave it in less than 30 minutes, okay? So you can do 30 minutes, and you can do all the way up until overnight. If you want to sleep with it on your hair, do that. Yes, rinse it out. You definitely rinse it out. And then style your hair as usual. You do it about once a week, okay? So I'm going to do it once a week, and we will see. All right, so today is Friday. Well, I actually did it on a Thursday. Well, I rinsed it out this morning, so Friday. So we'll just do every Friday for the next 4 weeks and see how it works out. So yeah, so I'm just letting it air dry. I sprayed, I rinsed it out, and then I sprayed my little leave-in hair stuff. So that's all that, and I put a little bit of olive oil on my scalp, just little touches here and there, massaged it in. So now it's just air drying. I had it up in a bun earlier when I was cooking, and then I just did that again, but I'm just going to let it air dry now until I leave. I'm going to do my face real quick. I want to talk to y'all because it is traveling season. People travel all year around, really. But because in the summertime is the time when most people, you travel around, the kids are out of school, either you're going to take them with you, or it may be a time where you can leave a little bit, you can take a vacation because they don't have to go to school, so you don't have that every day. And so summertime people travel. Okay, so what's that up there? I don't know what they up there doing, y'all. But I'm hungry, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm hungry. I want something. I'm sorry, y'all. The kids up there. Hold on, y'all. Hey! Sorry, y'all. I'm back. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'll be getting up. I'm so sorry, y'all. I get up, sit down, get up, sit down. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. Hold on, y'all. Woo. Since I'm up anyway. Okay, y'all. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry, y'all. The kids, y'all, I got teenage kids and they up there bumping around and shit. I didn't know if a fight broke out. I didn't know what was going on up there. Thank you so much for waiting. I do apologize. Okay, listen. Listen. And I'm starving, so I just put popcorn in the microwave. Okay, look. So people travel in the summertime. So I ran across this story, and this is why I wanted to talk about this. I ran across this story, and we are going to turn this into like a conversation. This is going to be our first conversation about travel, and then we'll go into some lighter note things about travel, and some more helpful tips. But this is about the danger of traveling. Okay, so I came across this story about a couple that went on a vacation to the Dominican Republic. Okay, and as they went on that vacation, they were gone for about 5 days, and I needed that calm down. They went on the trip for about 5 days, okay, and they ended up coming up missing. So the last day of their trip, they made friends with a couple. So, and the reason why that is important is because there is somebody that kind of can attest to them being, when's the last time they've been seen and that sort of thing, and kind of the conversations and the mood and everything before they came up missing. Okay, so that's the reason why that's important to point out. So they were meeting up with this couple. They had drinks. They were going on a couple different things. They they became friends with a bartender. The bartender knew where there was this nice waterfall, play scenery. So they went to go do that all together. So as they went to go do these things together, they went on, and then they were having conversations, about them leaving and preparing to go and everything. And so the lady, the two people who came up missing, their names are Orlando and Portia. So Portia was kind of worried. It was very, very evident that she was worried, because their drive was 100 miles. The resort was 100 miles from the airport. 100 miles. That's a long way to drive from an airport. Okay. So that's one of the things right there that you want to look at when you are planning a trip somewhere where you're not familiar. You do definitely want to look at the proximity of where everything is. You know, where is the airport? Where are you going to be staying? The activities and the places that you want to visit and sightsee and that sort of thing. You want to see, you know, just where everything is in accordance with each other, so that you can kind of plan everything accordingly, and you just are aware. You know, you're not getting there like they did. Oh shit, you know, we got to drive 100 miles once we get off the plane. Okay, so they did rent a vehicle to get them around and everything. So they rented a vehicle, and that's how they were driving back and forth. So she was just, you know, kind of like she had mentioned a few times, I want to make sure, you know, phones are charged and gas is, you know, we have enough gas to get there, and just everything is so we can just go leave from here straight back, no stops, no anything, because they do say that the locals can be very aggressive. They will definitely try to stop you and, you know, try to ask you for things and stuff like that. So you definitely want to make sure that, you know, they recommend that you do not stop for any locals, you know, don't roll your windows down, that sort of thing. Okay. So, and that's stated, by the, that's like on the travel advisory, okay, for our country. You know, they'll have, you can look at, when you are looking to go to another country, you can definitely look at our country's, like they have a website for that, and you just can Google like travel advisory, and it will come up, and you can just go through all the different countries, that you know, just the safety and what they're telling you before you get there. Okay, so you're kind of just aware of some things that could possibly happen if you do decide to go. All right, so anyway, so that was one of the things. They were 100 miles from the resort, so she just kind of was like worried and just wanted to make sure that they had everything in order, because she did not want to have to stop anywhere. Their flight was at 2 a.m. So, you know, it wasn't in the daytime, it was at night. So she just, you know, wanted to make sure they could just go there, drive, get on the plane and go home. Okay, so for 2 weeks, this was at the end of March. This was, I think, March 26th was their day, was the day of their flight. Well, the night of March 26th, 2 a.m. Okay. So in the middle of the night, the wee hours of March 26th, they were supposed to be getting on the flight. They were said to have been seen on a camera, like when you're crossing the toll. So they were supposed to have made it past the toll at 1:41. Which some people were saying wouldn't add up right, because if they were supposed to be on their flight at 2, then, you know, they would have missed it if they were just at the toll at 1:41. I don't know, but that's what, you know, that is what is being said. One of the things that were pointed out. So anyway, these people that came up missing, it had been 2 weeks. Their family, you know, hadn't heard from them. They filed a missings report. You know, they're here from the United States. So it's like, you know, where is my family? You know, there's a language barrier. They're not getting any answers from the authorities over there. The United States was definitely aware of the missings report and said that they were working on it, but they didn't have very much information. It was just really scary, because here you have these people who are not from, I'm so sorry, from this country over there. And so you have this couple and no one has heard from them. They haven't posted on their social media, none of that. So none of that was going on, okay? And their family wasn't getting any answers either. All right, so needless to say, they were found April 9th. They were found April 9th. It appears to be that they got into a car accident, because for the people who are familiar with that area, they say that that road that they travel on is a very dangerous road. Like, you know, there's no, you know, basically you can make the wrong turn. So if you are a person not from that area you're driving at night, you're not used to it, and that sort of thing. You can make one wrong move and you're off on the side of the road. And so it seems that, it seems like they went off on the side of the road, into the Caribbean, and they were found. So, and they turned up a couple weeks later, and it's just sad. One thing I will say, is that, and then you still don't really know if that's the real truth, because it was hard to get communication, from the Dominican Republic. So it's kind of like, hopefully that is the case. I have been looking to see, if there was any other if there was any other information, like to say if anything else happened, because there were some other rumors, like somebody had posted that like their belongings were found, like basically like the car was found and their wallet and stuff was found, but they weren't found. And then there was some other things like their cell phone. Somebody called their cell phone, and the cell phone, like a local, answered but then hung up. So, there were some different things that were said, and that were being posted, but it's like, nobody really knew. There was no truth. Nobody really knew about if there was any truth to any of that, because nothing had been confirmed from authorities or no one else. And then they did speak to the couple that they, became friends with and had posted pictures with and stuff. And that's how they knew about the lady's nervousness. So she was probably getting some type of premonition, and it's so crazy when stuff like that happens, because it's like, damn, the hardest thing is when you see someone has passed or something foul has happened to them. And if they like posted something on social media, or had a conversation or anything that shows that they were having some type of ill feeling before they went through with, or went and did whatever they did, or went wherever they went, it's kind of tough to see and hear that, later on. So yeah, y'all. So I just basically wanted to talk about travel, like we, just a few tips, throw a few tips out there. If you guys are planning a trip, number one, because you have ideas of places you want to go, but don't only look at the beautiful part of it and look at what's attracting you to that place. Dig up the other stuff, the stuff that you might not, just the what ifs. You want to know what's possible to happen, what's being said about this place, what are the rumors. You want to know where are the bad areas. You want to know, how high is the crime. You want to know, and you can find out these things. Listen, the internet, we need to use the internet for what it was meant for. And the internet was meant to connect the world. It was meant to share information from one part of the world to the next. Okay, that's what the internet was created to do. All right, and so we need to put that to use. It's nice to use it for social media. It's nice to use it for for all the bullshit and stuff like that, but let's use it for what it was meant to be used for as well. And so it's like, if we have the world basically at our fingertips when we're talking about the internet, let's use that and use it for our advantage, and not saying that you want to look up anything that's going to scare you off, but you definitely want to be aware of where you're going and the things that are possibilities, and that's all it is. It's just all about the possibilities and the what ifs. Okay, so when you have a place in mind that you want to go, look that up. Look up the the bad things as much as the good. All right. You also want to look up, like I said, look up the proximity and the areas and the distance that separates everything, the distance from the airport. You want to read reviews of places that you're going to go. You want to do all of that research before you spend that money, before you get somewhere, and it's just totally not what you thought it was going to be. You know, you don't want any, you know, dangerous or, you know, really messed up surprises. You want to go, you want to enjoy yourself, you want to have a good time, you know, and you want to get your money's worth, you know. So definitely look up, you know, reviews, look up where you're going, how the people are. Just look at all of that kind of stuff. The world is so big, and if something does turn you off about a certain place, there's definitely going to be another place that will make up for that, okay? No doubt. There is somewhere that will definitely make up for that. So anyway, what's the next thing here? The next thing is you want to be prepared for, you want to be prepared, like say if this is the place that you reserved, you want to make sure you are going to where you reserved, okay? Because there are times where, you know, you're not familiar with this place, okay? Remember that you're going off a line, you're going off of pictures, you know. You want to make sure that the place that you see in those pictures is what that place is. You want to make sure that what you're reading and what your experience is going to be is what is being portrayed in that advertisement, okay? So it just goes into, again, just doing your research, you know, look up different pictures, read reviews. Don't only look at their website that they are advertising and booking rooms and you know, going to take your money from. Look at other sites and see what they say and see what their pictures are. When you're Googling something, you are able to also look at the images, right? So look at the image, okay? Look at the images so you can see everything that comes up. You know, you never know if you might come across an image that someone else uploaded separate to what's on that website, and, you know, Groupon or wherever else you know, whatever travel agency that you're using, or if you're just going through them directly, whatever it is, make sure that you are getting what, you know, what's in those pictures, okay? You know, and just be sure before you make that payment, you want to make sure that, you know, those dates are available. That room is going to be available. Call and make sure. Don't just strictly go off a line. Call and have a conversation, okay? Because even though there could be language barriers and that sort of thing, still, you can still call and you can still talk and have a conversation. Most likely, they have someone there that, you know, can speak and get you the answers and get you the information that you need. Because of course, if it's a tourist spot, they have people there that can definitely communicate with you, okay? So they'll be able to have somebody on the phone as well. So yeah, so I mean, those are pretty much everything that I wanted to say as for right now. I just kind of wanted to put that advisory out there because, you know, you're planning trips, you're going different places, even if it's somewhere you already have the trip planned, just, you know, just do your research before you go. Even if it's already booked and ready, you know, you can still do your research so you're prepared when you go. That's the only thing. It's just preparation. You know, you just want to make sure that you're prepared. You want to make sure that you know, you don't want no surprises, okay? You don't want any surprises. Y'all, I'm using this green and like this mustard yellow. And I don't know. You know, when you're doing eyeshadow looks anyway, like, you really never know what you're going to get until you, but it's a lot more defined over here than it is over here. Like, it's all blended up there over here. So, yeah. Let me see if I can. So, yeah, y'all, I'm not going to hold y'all up. I just wanted to put that out there. Put that out there, you know. You know, watch out for my beautifuls. I want y'all to enjoy your summer and your spring and, you know, go and have you a good time and enjoy yourself. But Also, be safe. We want you to come back. We want you to share your experiences, you know. So, you know, anyway, that is all, y'all. I'm just gonna blend this up a little bit more so it kind of matches. And this is that Subculture palette by ABH. So you know this is like supposed to be blending hell. You know, people couldn't stand this damn Subculture. I like it because I think the colors are like unique. They're so different. I mean, it's just an array of beautiful colors. And this is a palette right here where I say like it would be a great addition. You know, it's not something that has to have every single thing, even though it does have like a transition right there. It has the dark shade and, you know, it does have that stuff in here, but I just like it because it has different colors that you don't really see in another palette. So yeah, y'all, so when you're traveling, you just want to make sure that you are safe, okay? You don't want any mishaps like that happened with those people, and it's so sad they were on their way home, you know. That's so sad that you're on your way home and you know you don't make it. And I just hope nothing else comes up, because I really was looking to see like if that, because they were found April 9th. So I was really like looking to see if something else came up, to see if, you know, if it was any foul play or anything. But I don't even think they found the car, matter of fact, because I think they were saying like they didn't find the car, they found them. So like, yeah, they went off the road and blew into the water. That's fucked up, y'all. That is like totally fucked up. Totally. But anyway, y'all see this? This is something different, y'all. I'm just trying, just playing around. Just playing around, y'all. It's Friday. I've been kind of stressed, you know, like about, I haven't yet found a job, but I'm definitely filling out these applications. I was filling out some last night. So I ain't tripping, y'all. I'm not tripping. I know stuff is going to work out. Something is going to come through. I mean, you know, you shoot 100 shots, you're bound to hit one, you know. You're bound to catch one. I'm going to put this dark brown shade in the, just in this outer corner right there. Just tap it, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Just right there in that corner. So yeah, y'all. I don't know what else to talk about. What else is it to talk about? What y'all doing this weekend? Any plans? My son gonna say, Mama, what's the move? He's supposed to be going to Kalahari tomorrow. Kalahari is like an indoor water park, if you're not familiar. But it's in a different city than we live in. Not far away, but you know. So I'm glad for him. He get to go do something, you know, do something. They need to be doing something while they on spring break. So yeah, the next shade I'm going to use while y'all on here watching me, because I wasn't going to finish online. I'm going to use this green shimmer, y'all. These shimmers in here is crazy. Like that gold right there is nuts. I mean, Anastasia, ABH palettes, their shimmers are awesome. And while this nail is off, I'm just going to use that finger. Yeah, that green, it has like it's green, but it has like a dual chrome, like, I don't know. I think it, ooh, something dropped. While I got y'all on here though, what's going on with the Section 8 of YouTube narrative? They're talking about Armand Wiggins was and he said that a few times. But I mean, he's growing, and that's how he feels. He feels like, he said that when he called into Sean Bradley's channel and apologized to him. Oh, there goes Sean's name again. Oh. But he did. He called into Sean Bradley's channel and told Sean Bradley, he was like, you got 20-some thousand subscribers. I don't even know why you going back and forth with these bitches at da 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 da. I mean, it is what it is, He growing, he feeling himself, he's growing at a fast pace, and he's done the work to get there. And so, I mean, when you should definitely be proud of, making it and growing, and your platform is going to where you wanted it to go, and all of that. But what I will say is, don't forget where you came from, because anytime that your business is depending on people supporting you, you kind of got to watch what you say, because I mean, that's like you open this corner store, and nobody in your neighborhood fucks with you. So it's like you want to open this local business and you're right there at the corner, but everybody would rather drive to the grocery store than to come shop with you. Why? Because of whatever you put out there. But say if you open a corner store in your neighborhood, and you the neighborhood store, you the one everybody come to before and after work. You're the one that, everybody comes in, get their morning coffee, and you just kind of grow from there. And because you have the support of your people, you treat people right. People get a good vibe when they come in. You're not crazy with your prices. You keep people in mind. All that sort of stuff comes into play. So, I mean, you definitely do have to, and I'm not going to say just cater to everybody, because you can never make everybody happy. But you definitely be cautious about those who are supporting you, because as you grow, yes, you're growing up here. And, I mean, you will have some that will try to, hang on to you and keep you down here. But you can definitely grow while still being conscious and aware of the things that you say, because people that support you, those same people who were there with you at the beginning, are probably still there with you now. And you don't want to lose that just because you're growing and, now you're feeling like, I can't, you can't sit with me type attitude. You know what I'm saying? Because there's somebody bigger than you, and this is all of us. And I'm saying this because lately the numbers thing keeps coming up. Like, it's all about this numbers thing. It keeps coming up about people being jealous. This person's jealous of this person, and it's all about the views and the numbers and the money. And it's just like, no, I mean, some people just see the change in people and just point it out, and just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, a couple months ago, you was down here with me. So, but now you feel like you can talk about me. So I just feel like, we should be conscious that, the people that started out with us are still with us. They may be included in the same group of people that you're talking about. So, and then there's the saying, if it don't apply, let it fly. So, you can, kind of take it with a grain of salt and just say, hey, that's his outlook, that's his attitude. But, he still does appreciate those people who support him, whether if they're included in the group that he's talking about or not, but, yeah, so, I mean, you can look at it a couple of different ways. And it's just all about the support. You got to understand when the support of people is what's going to build you up, it can also be what tears you down, And so just like people can click the subscribe button, they can click unsubscribe. You know, so you have to understand that and be well aware of that, you know. And then some people will say, well, I don't care. I don't care. But that's not true because, you know, everybody is on here to grow. You're not on here for just nobody just to not be doing nothing. So, I mean, you know, you do care. So, anyway, I don't know, y'all. It's all about the numbers and the people, and you know, everybody has their own outlook on the different things, but everybody is definitely on here for a reason, okay? And it's not to just bullshit around.
Mom, Cole is coming over.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm. When?
When he's here.
Like when is he coming?
Like, I think he's on his way right now.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you know, like, it's not just the bullshit. You definitely want somebody to hear your message, or, you know, to hear what you got to say or whatever, you know. And, so, you know, it's just be self-conscious. I'm not self-conscious, I'm sorry. Just be aware of your audience and the people who care for you and watch you and, you know, have been supporting you all of this time. So, I don't know. I mean, you can't really be sensitive and about everything a person says. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, people are too sensitive these days. It's like you got to watch every fucking thing you say, because somebody is going to point it out. Somebody is going to, you know, feel some type of way. Like when I was watching Rita yesterday, like she's just explaining up and down because people, you know, will take one thing that she said and, you know, she feels like she got to explain, like, in detail, like, every little thing. And it's just like, you can't really just explain every little thing every time. You know what I'm saying? Some people they need to stop being so damn sensitive. Like, Miss Olivia, she was like, listen, I'm not going to break down every word and every, you know, thing I mean every time. Like, you know, as adults, like, you gotta just learn to, you would think that you would just, you know, be able to, you would think that you wouldn't be so sensitive. You would think that you would be able to just comprehend what I'm saying, what I'm meaning, you know, and not just take everything at face value, you know, put a little piece of thought of your own into it. But anyway, so, and I'm not saying don't apologize. If you're wrong. But if it's just like you make a statement and you just say something and people just taking it and just running with it and making it into this whole big thing that it's not, then that's what I'm talking about. You know. Y'all, this green. I'm liking this green now. Y'all see that? Y'all like that? It's different, huh? Not the same old neutral. Yeah, I'm going to take my daughter to the doctor's. I'm like, you going out? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Ain't no going out right now. We got business to take care of. Y'all, my friend, he gonna ask me, he was like, why can't I take you out? And I'm just like, you know how I would love to go somewhere, but I just am the type of person, like, I just feel like when I got shit going on and, you know, my home isn't like, you know, I ain't taking care of home like I want to. And I'm not saying I'm not taking care of home, but I'm saying, like, you know, just things aren't in order the way I want them to be, you know, and I'm, you know, like, I'm looking for work and all that stuff. What business do I have being going out and all of that stuff? And then some people will say, well, you gotta do that and you gotta take care of yourself. But I don't know, that's just me. I'm just that type of person. Like, I just feel like, and sometimes I hate it because I would love to, like, go, and then you thinking, like, well, damn, you know, what if I just missed out? You know what I'm saying? But if I missed out just because I'm going through something, and then it is what it is, and I just missed out. That's just how it is. I mean, you know. if people can't, you know, be patient or rock with you when you're going through stuff, then that ain't the person that you need around you, you know? You know? And that's the thing. I'm the type of person, because I'm like, if it's me, like, people want you to go out with them and they want to talk to you and you want to message and all. I don't got time for all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just don't have time for it. Like, I don't, and I'm not going to say I don't have time, because you can make time for whatever. I don't want to make time for that. Like, I don't. It's not helping me with anything that I have going on. You know what I'm saying? It's not helping me with anything that I got going on. Like, me talking to some dude or going out with some dude or building up some relationship. It's just like, what is that doing for me? That's not doing nothing. Now, if you're a person who is going to be there and try to support me along the way, or, you know, help me in some type of way to get out of this hole I'm in, then yes, definitely. But you know what I'm saying? They're not trying to help with nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? They just want to... you know, and that's it. And I'm not interested. I ain't interested in none of that shit. Like, that shit is not gonna make the lights stay on. You know, damn phone was off for how many days? And people wanna... ain't nobody help pay my phone bill, but you want to talk to me. It's just like, I'm not about to go out of my way to talk to nobody. Don't message me. Don't none of that. Oh, you can't talk to me on my phone, so you gonna message me somewhere else. No, thank you. Like, my phone is off. I don't need to talk to you. I don't need to talk to you. And that's what... Huh? Here. Why you do it? Come here. Don't come. Hi. Hi, how are you? Sorry, I'm in the middle of doing my face. That's all right. Nice to meet you. All right, so will you come take the party out? Okay. Yeah. I can pick up. Okay. Yes. Okay, awesome. Yep. Stay. Yeah, so I can do all that. Okay. Does that work? Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Okay, yep, I got them. Now, where is the, like, it's a hall on, he gave me the address, but. I don't know, hold on, because he didn't even tell me yet, hold on. Where it was anyway. I know, yeah, I know the girl, yeah, so, yep, yeah, so, they've been over, yep, so the parents will be there, and I've had runs with them back and forth from homecoming and with one March time, he talks to the girl or whatever. Okay. Yeah, so I know March time's mom, Dave's mom, so I've seen the parents and stuff like that, yeah. So, I know, you know what parents talk like they know, so, it's like, you don't really know anything. But where's the hall? What street is it on? Which hall is it? You gave me the address, Paul? Yeah. What street? Tell me what street is on. I don't know which hall. What was it? My daughter, I want to right downstairs.
It's on West Bancroft Street.
West Bancroft and what?
It's like back in Life Center.
I know.
What's the address? Wait a minute, what's the address?
1430 West Bancroft Street.
Hold on, you can come in. Oh, or my phone is right here, so hold on one second.